team. He has been leading India really, really well. But as far as his individual performances are concerned, are you concerned or you feel everything is going to be all right? Because he's Surya after all.
Yeah, without a doubt. And, a couple of games here or there against one particular country really doesn't make a difference, because in this format, Osama, very rarely do you get 6 batsmen who are match winners to be consistent. Because these guys, once they get in, get a start, 25, 30 odd, with the pace of the strike rate that they get the runs, the rest of the runs, they'll be looking to win games as well. That's why in an 11-member playing squad, you're playing 6 batsmen, because not all 6 are going to get the opportunity to go out there and get the runs as well. So out of the top 3, one of them gets runs, they're going to win the game. And with Surya's form, to answer your question, not to worry about.
Not to worry at all.
Not to worry at all. In the evening, Surya is going to be out there shining.
Azharuddin, you agree with that? Surya will be shining today, from one captain to another.
Yeah, I think because it's a good opportunity for him to score runs. If at all he gets to bat, because I think we have a very strong batting lineup. So we'll have to wait and see. So I think it'll be a good opportunity to set this record straight. That if he scores runs against Pakistan, everybody will say he scored runs against all the teams.
If I may, Usama, Rika, if I may ask Azharuddin a question, I just thought of this. We all talk about how does it feel to play India versus Pakistan in a World Cup. We know, the captain, the coach has to, try and calm things. But how tough does it get for a captain? I want to ask Azharuddin, because he's got the responsibility of the rest of the 14 guys, the support staff. He has to go out there and walk and, have that calm stature. How tough is it for a skipper to sort of control that mindset and whatever's happening inside himself as well?
I think the first thing is you need to really stay cool, because I remember, if you're talking about the India-Pakistan game, I remember the quarter-final game in Bangalore against Pakistan. I think that was the most pressure game I've ever played in my so many years of cricket and so many matches I've played. Because then the expectations were very, very high and everybody was wanting us to win against Pakistan. Even the people who were bringing food, room service and everything, there's so much pressure from everybody. So I think that was the highest high-pressure game I ever played. But fortunately, we kept our cool and then we won the game. But there's always pressure playing against Pakistan, and I will not agree to people saying that there's no pressure, it's just another game. I know it's just another game, but at the back of the mind there is always pressure.
But Azharuddin, I also want to add to this. Mohammad Azharuddin, the great captain of India, he's already won us 2 Asia Cups. He has been the man of the match in one of the Asia Cups finals. So it is absolutely cake walk for you. Might not be the same case for other captains who have led India in the other series as well.
Well, I think this question, it'll be better if Nikhil answers.
No, Azharuddin, the question really is that you have won an Asia Cup in 1991 and Asia Cup in 1995. How different is it winning an Asia Cup back in your time vis-a-vis the way you look at it now, the way you look at the teams now?
No, I think definitely cricket has changed a lot, it's like from 91 to 95 and then now, it's totally changed, and now at that time it used to be a 50-over game, but now it's a 20-over game, so I think it's totally different. I think, I will be very happy, if India wins the Asia Cup, and I'm sure they have all the guns, they go out and then really play well, but it's just totally different. It's very hard to, compare what was happening at that time and at this time. So, we have a very good chance. So, it's very hard for me to compare those things.
But would you not say that the difference between the Asian nations have just increased a lot? The gulf is very wide right now. India at the top, Pakistan at number 8, and all the countries are really not doing that well when it comes to Asian cricket. There's no competition.
No, I think they have a lot of countries playing Asia Cup now. I think at that point, you only used to have, Bangladesh was the weakest team at that time, because I hardly used to get batting. Maybe if I had got batting against Pakistan, maybe my average would have been much better. But now I think you have so many teams to play now. So I think I'm sure, it will take time for the other teams to, I mean, really come up, because especially with Oman and then UAE, you know, they've been playing for a long time. But I think the consistency is not there, and then plus, you know, when you are playing cricket, you know, you have to play all along, you know, because we cannot, do a job and then go out and practice for 2 days or 3 days and then worry with the job. You know, that's what happens in UAE and in the Oman team, or other the other all Asian playing teams, except for India, Pakistan, maybe Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. But I think for them to improve, you know, they need to keep practicing. They need to work hard every day. Then only results will come.
Azharuddin and Nikhil bhai, this is, let's get back to the match itself. The toss, how important is it? Azharuddin, if you are the captain of this particular team, you win the toss, what do you do?
No, I think if I win the toss, I will definitely field, because I think we have a very strong batting lineup, and then I think whatever little the wicket would offer in the beginning, I'm sure we have some very good bowlers with Bumrah and Hardik Pandya, the bowlers who can swing the ball, you know, then take advantage of those beginning overs and then maybe get the spinners on. So I think I would definitely field.
To me, honestly, Osama, the flip the coin, it can go either way. It really won't make a difference, because toss is normally, if there's due, it helps. But for sides, then you try and break down if our batting lineup can take on that pressure to win chase games, then you say, okay, fine, we'll bowl first. Or let's bat first. If our bowling is really strong, we can go out there and defend any sort of target. This team, to me, and not just the 11, the 15 by itself, to me, it just eradicates what happens at the toss.
But it also, you know, India going into this particular tournament, when you look at that match against UAE, they won the toss. They could have batted, scored a 200, 250, and just given the match practice, the batting practice to all the batters. But they decided to bowl first. Is this the approach that the Indian team is going to take? Look, we are here to win. We don't care how we win, how the pitch plays, how the strategy goes as far as the other team is concerned. What we need to be clear about is we need to win, and we have to win irrespective of whether we win the toss or not.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, at the end of the day, the side that plays consistent, good cricket over 40 overs, you know, 240 deliveries, 120 ball format, that's the side that's going to win. And this Team India now is a ruthless professional unit. You're absolutely right. Forget about whatever is happening. Once you enter the bus, you're entering your zone. You enter the field, you forget about the rest of the world, you go out there and say, I need to go out there, put my best foot forward, look to perform, and make sure at the end of the day, we're going to win this game. I think that, to me, is the most important. And this entire team is a very professional unit.
Yeah.
Nikhil, I just requested our director to pull up some stats of key Indian players and key Pakistan players. When you look at the comparison between key personnel of India and key personnel of Pakistan, it is very clear that there is inexperience on the other side because they haven't played that many number of matches. But do you think that this inexperience could also work in favor of Pakistan because they really have nothing to lose and they know that?
Yeah, sometimes hindsight, Rika, possibility, because some youngsters will literally be waiting for a game like this.
Yeah.
You know, that this is an opportunity to go out there, announce your arrival in international cricket, because if there's one country, either way, one player that you want to pick out, which country would you like to go out there and become a hero or a man of the match? You would probably say for an India against Pakistan, I want to go out there and get my best figures as a bowler or my best runs in my career. So it possibly can happen as well, but to me, I look at it slightly differently in terms of experience in a high voltage game, high pressure game. It's because with the number of international games that you played, and of course, the number of matches that you played against Pakistan, you know, as an Indian, you know how to control your emotions. Like Azharuddin was saying that, you know, it's very easy to say that it's just another game, but when you've gone through that phase, or the number of times you've gone through that phase, you know exactly how to control your mind, how to control the adrenaline, if possible, you don't need to go out there and do too much and at what stage of the game. So it just helps you because you've done that through that whole phase as well. So you can control your thoughts, your emotions, and get the best out of you.
And this is also a clear advantage. Why I say this for
Assam,
India.
I would like to take a follow-up question to Azubhai. Azubhai, 1991, 1995, both times you were the man of the match in the final when India won the Asia Cup. Would you say in all the man of the matches that you won in your playing career, the ones that have come against Pakistan hold a bit more significance for you?
Very big match. I played when we toured in the Benson in 1985 when Mr. Sunil Lashkar was, Sunny Bhai was the captain. And I think I won man of the match in the first game. I scored, I think, 93. I think it was very, very important for me because that was the first time I'm playing out of India, and then a lot of expectations after scoring those 300s. Everybody was like looking at me. So I want to tell you something. There's extremely a lot of pressure, and I was thinking this. I don't fail. I just want to excel in that tournament. But everything went well. So that is one of the big game for me playing out of India. And it was against Pakistan, and then Imran Bhai was also making a comeback and then playing for the first time against Imran Khan and Wasim Akram. I thought it was very challenging.
Right, we are just a couple of minutes from the toss, and we'll be coming back and talking about a little more about India's batting, Sanju Samson, Shubman Gill, and the rest of the squad. But we'll leave you at that for now. Let's listen in to some of the voices of the fans that have come in so far.
आईसीसी और बीसीसीआई ने नियमों के तहत इस मैच का आयोजन करवाया है एशिया कप के तहत। तो हम सभी क्रिकेट प्रेमी ये चाहते हैं कि जिस तरीके से पूर्व में पाकिस्तान हमेशा भारत के हाथों मात खाता आया है, उसी प्रकार अब की बार भी हमारी युवा फौज पाकिस्तान को एक तरफ पटकनी देगी।
आज भारत फिर बैट और बॉल से पाकिस्तान के अंदर घुसकर सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक करेगी और एकदम मात देगी।
आई थिंक इंडिया विल विन। इंडिया के जो यंग बॉयज़ है वो काफ़ी अच्छे से काम कर रहे हैं। अपने जैसे सीनियर्स विराट और रोहित है, उनका वो इंस्पिरेशन लेते हैं।
आप देखो, उनकी भी टीम नहीं है, हमारी भी टीम नहीं है, हम उनको जानते नहीं ढंग से और वो हमको जानते नहीं है। फिर भी हमको हमारी टीम के ऊपर विश्वास है कि उनमें जो खिलाड़ी हैं सबका प्रदर्शन आईपीएल में भी अच्छा रहा है और पिछले जो मैच हुए हैं उनमें भी अच्छा रहा है, तो वो उनकी तरफ से उनको पूरा योगदान देंगे।
आई विश ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर इंडिया टीम एंड for all the players. I wish best match will be today. Indian team will win definitely because Indian team are performing very well in the Asia Cup. Pakistan also performing, but Indian team is more better than Pakistan. So the Indian team will डेफिनेटली विन।
मेरे व्यू में कोई कंपटीशन तो है ही नहीं, हम लोग वर्ल्ड चैंपियंस हैं। हमारा जो स्क्वाड है वो बहुत ही बहुत ही मैनेजेबल, बहुत ही सॉर्टेड स्क्वाड है। हमें पाकिस्तान से कोई खतरा नहीं है।
मेरा तो एज अ प्लेयर यही सोचना है कि एज अ प्लेयर क्रिकेट तो होना ही चाहिए। ठीक है, एक वो जो चीज़ जो हुई है वो उसकी अपन भी अच्छी चीज़ नहीं हुई जो हुआ है, बट टूर्नामेंट की बात करें तो मेरे हिसाब से एज अ प्लेयर जब मैं क्रिकेट खेलता हूँ तो मैच तो होना ही चाहिए।
दुबई में मैच हो रहा है और पिच थोड़ा अच्छा स्पिनर्स को सपोर्ट कर रहा है, थोड़ा होल्ड होकर आ रहा है बॉल। अब हमारे पास जैसे शिवम दुबे ने भी बहुत अच्छा करा है, उसकी फॉर्म में लग रहा है। बुमराह है ही वर्ल्ड क्लास बॉलर। फिर अपने पास रेस्ट स्पिनर बहुत अच्छे हैं, एंड क्योंकि पाकिस्तान में एकदम फ्लैट विकेट्स आते हैं तो उनको उतनी स्लो विकेट्स और स्पिनिंग ट्रैक्स पे उतनी प्रैक्टिस नहीं है।
Comparing the sides, India seems more balanced compared to Pakistan. And then we also don't have both stalwarts, they have retired a few months back, but still India feels better hold.
India is a really young side without playing fear. They are playing aggressive brand of cricket that is developed under GG, playing extra batters, so that will create the batter to play more freedom, I would say.
मैच ना इस एक तरीके से अगर हो रही है तो दिक्कत भी नहीं है, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान को ना हमने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में उसकी असली औकात अभी दिखाई नहीं ठीक से। आज उसको ना जलील करना है मैच हरा के।
नहीं, मैच तो मैं देखना चाहता हूँ आज, और मैं इंडिया को जीतते हुए और पाकिस्तान को बहुत बुरी तरह हारते हुए देखना चाहता हूँ मैं आज।
Hello, Moto.
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
गोल्ड प्लस ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ।
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold
CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
Vanakkam Tamil Nadu.
Well, the battle for Tamil Nadu 2026 is open now.
After Chief Minister Stalin rolls up his sleeves.
And Vijay steps in as a star challenger.
This is a mass gathering, not for cash.
Meanwhile, a former Chief Minister, Edapadi Palanisamy, begins his fight back.
The big comeback campaign by EPS has well and truly begun.
These are all the ultimate players, and this is going to be the ultimate test.
Well, we're on an incredible piece of Indian engineering. Shiv and I are absolutely privileged to be here with Larsen & Toubro in Hazira near Surat. This is a tank. It's called the Zorawar. It takes the battle to the Chinese in altitudes upwards of 15,000 feet.
You know, Vishnu, it's actually incredible that for a country that has fought so many wars in the mountains and at high altitude, a country didn't know until it had another war on its hands that it needed a tank like the Zorawar.
No, you're
that's the kind of tank we're sitting on.
You're absolutely right. Now, India does have a history of light tanks.
Yeah.
We've had the Sherman tank, pushed up the Zojila Pass in 1948. We've had the AMX light tank. We've had the PT-76, but they weren't Indian.
Yeah.
This is an Indian tank for a new modern Indian requirement, and it stands out as the best tank of its class, possibly in the world.
There are tanks like the T-15, which the Chinese deployed in Ladakh during the standoff. There is the Sprut, which is a Russian tank, which the Russians have been offering us, hoping that India will buy it along with all the other Russian weapons. But the Indian Army and the Indian government took a decision that this was a requirement that needed to be met here in India. And that's the reason why, we use the phrase mission mode, Vishnu, which is building a weapon system like the Zorawar in response to a live threat or a live combat situation, which is what Eastern Ladakh really is. And that's the reason why Vishnu and I sitting here on the Zorawar means so much, Vishnu. This is the actual tank that was there in the mountains.
And this was a tank which was designed and developed and prototyped and rolled out in 21 months. This has already done trials quite successfully by L&T, not yet user trials, up in Ladakh, out in the desert as well. They are fixing it to make it even better, and very soon it's going to be handed over to the Indian Army to put it through some incredibly rigorous trials, because acquisition of these tanks in very large numbers takes place only once that's done.
Well, let's just talk a little bit about why mountain tanks are necessary, Vishnu. You know, in places like Ladakh, where you've got very steep slopes, access is difficult. The closest a tank can get to a roadhead can be many hundreds of meters because of snow, etc. How does a tank like this really help? And what is it like fighting in those altitudes?
A tank like this is crucial and is better in many senses than the existing tank we have because it's got a very high power to weight ratio and it's light. It weighs approximately 25 tons. You know, the main battle tanks of the class of the T-90 are more than twice the weight of this tank. And in the rarefied atmosphere of Ladakh, in temperatures which go down to minus 30, you know, minus 35, you need a light tank with a very high power to weight ratio to be able to operate. Forget about the gun for a moment, forget about the systems. If you don't have mobility, then you're nothing. And this tank is much more.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the biggest stage in cricket's fiercest rivalry. It is back again. India and Pakistan, they are facing off in the Asia Cup. And as always, it's much more than just a game. The stadium may be in Dubai, but the roar is going to come to the entire subcontinent. On paper, as we have been speaking about, India, they are the favourites, stronger bench, more depth and a title to defend. But as history tells us, when it comes to an India-Pakistan clash, the rule book, it often goes out of the window. This is where the pressure, the nerves and the big moments decide the outcomes, not rankings, not the statistics. And this time, the context is also unmistakable. The entire wounds of Pahalgam, the pride after Operation Sindoor, the calls for boycott, all of that, it ensures the emotions tonight are running higher than ever. Every single run scored, every wicket taken will be seen through the prism of national pride. So what lies ahead? Will India's stars deliver under the weight of expectation, or will Pakistan script a shock? One thing is quite certain: when these two teams meet, it is not just sport, it is theatre, it is the battle, it is history in motion. Rika Rai also joins us on the broadcast to talk about this fascinating encounter. Rika, you know, we have been speaking about the two teams, we have been speaking about the players, we have been speaking about the pressure of an India-Pakistan game, but the toss is going to happen, and that is going to take place in just a short while from now. Let's talk about the toss, let's talk about the conditions, and let's talk about what should India be doing if at all India wins the toss, because India, as we both can agree to this, India doesn't really have a great track record in winning the toss in at least last 15 odd matches. So if at all India wins the toss, what should India be doing? Should India be batting? Should India be fielding? What should India's strategy be? Meanwhile, the players are getting ready. We'll try and connect with Rika in just a short while from now. But the players are ready. The team is ready. It is a high-stake battle between the two teams. Let's take a look.
And we've been very consistent in how we've played. Cricket at this level is about how you execute on the day.
We are here to play. It will be a competitive game, so we rather focus on that.
We want to prepare for every single game in the same manner.
I think players are focused on playing cricket. I personally don't think they have anything in mind apart from playing cricket, and that's what we focus on.
Well, it is also the clash of the superstars like Shubman Gill and Shaheen Shah Afridi. It is also the clash of the arch rivals under the shadow of conflict. For 13 years, there has been no bilateral cricket between the subcontinental neighbours. So ICC tournaments and the Asia Cups, they are a rare meeting. Politicians, they have asked for a boycott of today's game, which has come after 7 months. But the cricket ecosystem, it wants the show to go on. Take a look.
When Shaheen Afridi dismissed Shubman Gill on the 19th of November 2023, with 100,000 people watching in Ahmedabad at the 2023 World Cup, there was stunned silence. In 2 years, their cricketing trajectories have moved in different directions. But Afridi and Gill remain the biggest stars when India meet Pakistan in Dubai on Sunday. Shubman Gill, now a test captain and an all-format skipper in waiting. Afridi trying to rediscover his magic. Talking about magic, the contest will also be battle of wrist spinners. Kuldeep Yadav, after sitting out of the England tour, had UAE in a spin, picking 4 wickets. He will be aided by Varun Chakravarti, Tamil star. Pakistan had their own mystery spinners. Sufyan Muqim, the left-arm wrist spinner, came through the A system, and Abrar Ahmed, whose ripper breached Gill's defence at the Champions Trophy earlier this year. And then there is Mohammad Nawaz, being touted as the best bowler in the world by the Pakistan coach. These are fascinating subplots to a contest of the arch rivals that the subcontinent had eagerly waited for. India versus Pakistan contests are still half-jokingly being called a 2-match series, maybe even 3 at the Asia Cup. It's a matchup that is supposed to bring everything else to a grind for the passion it sparks among fans. But it feels very different this time. The organizers have been selling tickets till the last hour for Sunday's showdown. It has been hard work for the organizers, and it will be hard work for the players to not get drawn into the drama around the ring. Every movement, every handshake, every exchange will be microscopically analyzed as the match is happening under the dark cloud of calls for boycott. However, the fans will fill the stadium on Sunday, wanting the India-Pakistan magic to rekindle. Rika Roy's report for NDTV.
Well, the toss is going to take place in just a short while from now. It is just 3 minutes from now that the toss will happen. Will India decide to bat first, or are they going to chase? That is something that is going to be seen in just a short while from now. But I also have my colleague Rika Roy also joining us on the broadcast to get us more on this. Rika, you know, the toss, as we have been speaking, it is very, very crucial. It is very, very important. We spoke to Nikhil Chopra. He suggests that the toss doesn't matter because the team is really strong. But I have a feeling that you disagree. You have a different point of view. What do you think? Should India be, if at all we win the toss, because we have lost 15 tosses before that. It's just that the last toss that is the one that we won. But if we win the toss, what should India be doing? Should we be batting first? Should we be chasing on this track?
You know, when it comes to big matches, I would always say, conventional wisdom always says, win toss, bat first. And, you know, put big runs on the board, put pressure on the opposition. Once you put pressure on the opposition, an opposition like Pakistan, who's done Pakistan things all along, and they really haven't been consistent with their batting. Once you put pressure with your bowlers on Pakistan, then possibly it is an easier ride. It's a faster wrap-up for Team India. That's how I look at it, but easier said than done. To answer your question in a straightforward manner, I would say if India wins the toss, they will probably prefer to bat first and put a very, very tall score on the scoreboard. Remember, up top there will be Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill. They will be raring to go, hammer on tongs, and upset the rhythm of the Pakistani bowlers, particularly their ace spin bowlers. Their leg spinner, who's going to come right at them, and for them, Abhishek Sharma will be facing an off spinner when the leg spinner is going to bowl at him, and he will be tempted to go after the Pakistani spinners at the top. Remember, Pakistan has been banking heavily on its spinners, and in addition to Shaheen Afridi. So Shaheen Afridi has been fielded with 3 spinners. India has also gone with Jasprit Bumrah and 3 spinners. Tonight, Pakistan will have the temptation of getting in Haris Rauf because pace has traditionally been Pakistan's strength. Whether they bank on pace on this track or not, we'll have to see. Of course, Osama, we are very far removed from from what is happening in Dubai. What I'm reading right now is that there are possibly green tinges on the deck. If that is there, then Pakistan will be tempted to bowl another pacer. India will probably also be tempted to bring in Arshdeep Singh. But then, why fix what is not broken? Well, India has performed very, very well with 3 spinners and 1 pacer in the last game. It's been a resounding victory. So possibly India wouldn't like to change that combination. And so far as Pakistan is concerned, they played against Oman. They had a convincing victory. But again, their batting didn't come off very well.
You're speaking about the fast bowlers. We have the master spinner here in the studio itself. Sir, we have been talking about the toss. We have been talking about the combination, etc. But spinners on this particular pitch, that is going to be really, really key. How you use our spinners, how does Surya uses our spinners, that is going to decide a large portion of the game.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. And our Indian spinners are not the kind of spinners or bowlers that you're looking to just try and get a couple of overs through, 2 overs here, 3 overs here, and then you wait for your main bowlers to come out and pick up wickets. You've got Kuldeep, match winner. You've got Varun Chakravarti as a match winner. And then you've also got Akshar Patel, a match winner as well. So you've got 12 overs of quality spin.
All right. So the news is in. Pakistan has won the toss. They have opted to bat first.
So then, obviously, you get a sense that they want to go out there and try and put as many runs as possible. They're giving their bowlers an opportunity to defend the target. And the other thing, Osama, it just goes to show how the surface has been read by the captain who's won the toss. He probably feels that as the game progresses, it just might get slower come the second inning. That's why he's looked to make maximum or the best use of a fresh wicket, where he probably thinks that the newer ball, harder ball, it's easier to get runs. As the game progresses, if it starts slowing down, it gets a little tougher. But to us, like you said, it wouldn't really make a difference because you've got all your bases covered, whether it's batting, whether it's bowling. Jasprit Bumrah looks to come and pick up a couple of wickets early on in his spell, then followed up with Hardik Pandya. He's been doing a good job. Then you got Akshar Patel, who'll probably come and bowl in the power play as well. So I personally feel it wouldn't really make a difference. The flip of the coin, even if it doesn't go Team India's way, we've got all our bases covered.
Yeah, we'll also be talking about the playing 11 though. India are playing the same team that we played against the UAE. Pakistan, they're also playing the same team that they played in the previous match. So both of them, both the teams, they have shown confidence in that combination, and both of them are hoping that the people who have the players who have done well in the previous match, they are going to deliver for them. India have opted to go in with Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya as the all-rounder,
and maybe Shivam Dube.
And 3 spinners.
Yeah.
So India's plan is very clear.
Yeah, without a doubt, because we played the Champions Trophy here. They know how the surface behaved then. We had plenty of spin options during the Champions Trophy that we won in Dubai as well. With the kind of quality that we've got, Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep, Akshar, no real surprises because that's a surface, as the ball tends to get slightly older, it'll grip, and the kind of pace variations all our spinners bring to the foray, it will make a big difference as well. The variations that they've got, and it's not just about getting the variations or trying to bowl the variations, it's about executing your plan and getting the ball to land on the length that they want to land with the variations as well. That's why they're a lethal combination.
You know what is interesting is the statements that have been made by the captains, and both the captains. Surya, he says that he wanted to bowl. So it doesn't really matter whether he wins, whether he loses this.
Don't read too much into that, because a lot of captains do that.
But he says that preparations for this particular match is good, and which is what is more important for this team as well. And it's not just Surya, but the entire team. They also understand what Surya is saying at this point of time.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the 15 and you look at that dressing room, I guess this mental space that Team India, Gautam Gambhir, Ajit Agarkar as chairman of selection committee, Surya Kumar Yadav has the respect of the dressing room as the leader of the pact as well. The number of match winners that Team India has got, you know, they're in a good mental space. So I won't be too worried about our boys getting perturbed or under pressure. They know that it's a professional commitment. You've got an opportunity to go out there, represent your country. At the end of the day, let's just look to put our best foot forward, win the game, 2 points, and look to defend the title.
Yeah.
Game by game, let's not jump too far ahead. Game by game, over by over, let's just look to execute our plans.
You know, Surya also mentions, he talks about the pitch, and this is not the same pitch that India played against UAE on. So, Surya, he has obviously read the pitch. He says that that particular pitch, it got easier to bat on later. And he's hoping that this also does. So, in general as well, when you look at the Dubai pitches, the Dubai international pitches, it more or less it stays true to the character.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. Because don't forget, you have the ICC headquarters there as well. And it's a beautiful stadium. Yeah. Make no mistake about it. This is the Asia Cup, the Asian Cricket Council. They would want to give an opportunity to all the 8 countries participating, the belter of a track, to go out there for the batsmen to showcase their skill set, and as a bowler as well, if you have quality, to go out there and showcase your skill set as well. So under the purview of the ICC, you're going to get good surfaces. And with a little bit of grass, if it's left, I mean, we haven't seen the surface. If there's a little bit of grass, tinge of grass left, it just might help the batsman a bit more.
Yeah. So what is interesting is what the Pakistan captain has to say about this particular pitch. He says that the surface, it looks on the slower side, and they want to put up, par total, par plus total. Yeah. What is the par plus total on this track?
Yeah, like I said, because they opted to bat first, then they, as a skipper, or they as a side, feel that as the game progresses, it's probably going to go slower a bit. Now, what is going to be the par total? You're probably looking at 160, 170, which I think against India, A, will not be possible because you know that our bowlers have not had the best of a game time that they're looking to get. And second of all, the kind of batting that we've got, that might not be enough. And when you're looking to put your foot on the gas, you will give opportunity to the Indian bowlers to pick up wickets as well. You know, in a sluggish game or a surface like how the Pakistan skipper has read, if the surface is slow, then the first 36 deliveries, the power play, the first 6 overs are going to be key. Why? Because it's going to be a newer ball, harder ball. As the game progresses, come over number 7 to 15, the middle phase of the game, if the ball starts slowing down or starts gripping, then you look to pick up wickets, and then the last 5 overs get troublesome for the side batting first, because then you've, as a side, opted to bat first, then you're looking to get 160. And if you don't have a set batsman to capitalize the last 5 overs, then it'll get troublesome as well. So, like I said, we've got all our bases covered with the new ball, with the slightly old ball, the quality of spin. So nothing to really worry about.
But Salman Agha says that he needs a lot of spin on this particular pitch. This is exactly what he has said. These are his words, though. Well, Rika also wants to come in with a question.
Spin, you get in the air, and turn, you get off the surface. Go ahead, Rika.
Hello, Nikhil. I've been trying to talk to you for a little while. We have had a lot of tech troubles today. I wish you had a ball on you because, you know, we are talking about mystery spinners. There's been a lot of buzz about mystery spinners, 6 spinners who will be seen in action tonight. If you can just explain to our viewers how different will each 6 of them be?
Yeah, well, I guess for Varun Chakravarti, I mean, why this name came about as the mystery spinner is when you're looking to bowl back of the hand or the wrist spinner, it's as a batsman, you're reading that the ball's coming out with revolutions right to left. It's going to pitch, and for a right-hander batsman, go from, say, middle stump towards the off stump, like a leg spin. But with the kind of variation, with that same sort of grip, when you release, you can bowl the in dippers, the googlies as well. When the batsman is not able to read the ball coming out of your hand as it is perceived, that's when the mystery spinner's name comes about as well. And for Pakistani, the two spinners that they've got I think Mukim as the left arm spinner, the wrist spinner, who takes the ball away from the left-hander, and he bowls a really good googly as well. And of course, Abrar, the right arm leg spinner, the conventional orthodox right arm leg spinner. That's another option as well. Kuldeep, on the other hand, is also one of our left arm rare wrist spinners, the leg spinners that you have that takes the ball away from the left-hander. So you have plenty of options, and all these options that I just spoke about in terms of wrist spinners as mystery spinners, they all bowl, say, the googly or the wrong one that you perceive, and then they also bowl the flipper, where the ball leaves the wrist or the hand, over spin, it pitches, and it just skids through. So different variations, but it's all about what trajectory, what pace, and what length as a spinner you hit with the variations as well. And of course, then you've got the quality of Akshar Patel. No mystery, but top quality left arm spin, because he's always on the money with the height, with the high arm release that he's got. He gets that extra bit of bounce as well that troubles any batsman. So I hope I was able to answer your question, Rika, but without a cricket ball in hand.
Yes, I was listening with a lot of intent, but I would really want to ask you, and I'm tempted to ask you this question, would you still say that the matchup of the night will be Shubman Gill versus Shaheen Afridi?
Yeah, well, I guess, Shaheen Afridi, I mean, Pakistan team would be looking for their premier left-arm fast bowler to get them a couple of wickets in the power play. Because now that Pakistan is batting first, whatever score that Pakistan put on board, I'll tell you a little insight. Gautam Gambhir and the Indian team on a sluggish surface will go all guns blazing in the first 36 deliveries in the power play. They'd want to get ahead of that run chase so that there's no pressure in the middle order or the dugout. Then over number 7 to 15, any batsman coming to bat, he doesn't have any sort of pressure. They're not looking to chase down 8 and 9 runs and over, where a boundary every over is important, and against spin, you don't want to take chances as well. So they'll be looking to Shaheen Afridi to pick up a couple of wickets with the new ball. But I guess Gautam Gambhir, the strategist that he is, Surya Kumar Yadav, with the kind of experience that he has, if you think about it, you don't need to go hard at Shaheen Afridi in the first 6, because maximum he's going to bowl 2 overs. That's 12 deliveries, and we've got the kind of quality batsmen. You forget about the 12 deliveries. Even if you play 12 dot balls of Shaheen Afridi, you can look to target any other bowler, that bowling change in the power play. You'll get opportunities, 3 boundaries or 2 sixes, cover up those 12 deliveries, as long as you have wickets in hand.
Somebody made a really interesting point on
Nikhil,
my
also
X account.
we haven't really spoken about Mohammad Nawaz yet. He's been touted as one of the best spinners in the world, and his in fact, coach has said that he's the best spinner in the world cricket today. Tell us a little bit about what you think of him and how effective he could be against this tall Indian batting lineup.
Well, I guess, of course, for any coach, every student of his is probably pegged as one of the best. We've seen some of the best play the game, unfortunately, at that moment in time when you're playing in a high voltage game in front of 35,000 people. It's not just about your skill set sometimes. It's about the adrenaline, the pressure, the butterflies in your stomach. Are you able to go out there and execute your plans as put on a team meeting or on the drawing board? Have you been able to do that? So there's a lot that goes on in a player's mind when he's looking to execute his plans in an international game. So, and 2 boundaries, Rika, the confidence, goes out of the window in front of 35,000 people in Dubai. So how he bounces back will also tell us how good a spinner that he is. Yeah, in terms of quality, what you see in the nets, he's quality. But then, of course, you've got the quality middle order batsman from the Indian side as well. So they'll be able to handle Nawaz. Don't worry about it.
Somebody posted on my X handle, and this is a really interesting thing. We are speaking about the combinations. We are speaking about the matchups. somebody wrote that both the teams have very, similar combinations. Both have a mystery spinner, both have a left arm wrist spinner, both have left arm spinning all-rounder. So
Akshar versus Mohammad Nawaz that we just spoke about,
So
yeah, it's pretty similar.
It's a decent matchup though.
Yeah, it's pretty similar, but then you look at the number of matches from the Indian team vis-a-vis the Pakistan side, the experience will make a big difference. Like I say.
And also the opponents though.
Yeah, without a doubt. You know, it's how many matches you've gone and played and won for your country, the IPL. IPL average, you're looking and playing in front of maybe 60,000 people. So it just gets you prepared for the bigger occasions. You're used to playing in front of 50,000 people, 60,000 people, the high voltage games. How you feed off the energy of the people sitting or the spectators, fans sitting in the stadium, it teaches you that. Feed off that energy. But some of the guys who have not been there, don't have that sort of experience, would find it tough.
You know, apart from this particular match, what I want to understand from you is you have been part of India-Pakistan encounters. How is the atmosphere like? And why I'm asking is this because apart from the tutu mama that happens on the pitch.
A little more than that.
Of course, a little more than that. But how do you deal with the audience? How do you deal with it when you're fielding on the boundary? What sort of things are you hearing?
You know, it gets really tough because especially when you're fielding, like you said, on the boundary, and I've experienced that as well. You know, if you've got, obviously, some of the other fans, they'll be trying to get into your ears and things, you know, trying to disrupt, break your concentration. They're just venting out. Sometimes you just got to sit, tell yourself, listen to it from one ear, take it out from the other ear. But how I used to keep myself calm right through the game, whether it was the India-Pakistan game or every single time I've gone and represented India, wherever I was playing, I was always chanting the Hanuman Chalisa.
Oh, wow.
So my subconscious mind, I was doing something else. And so that really helped me. That made all the difference as well.
So Virupaji had his own,
he was singing his song,
Days,
yes, Vika,
Nikhil, these days when India plays across the globe, we see that the stands are packed by Indian fans and there are probably 80% Indian fans and 20% fans of the other country. Does it naturally plays out to India's advantage in high pressure games?
Yeah, without a doubt, Rika. Like I was just mentioning, these days our players, you know, are ready to take the big stage because that fear is gone. To go out there, showcase your talent in front of 50,000 people, where you know you step on and you're looking to feed off the energy from 50,000 people. Gone are the days when you played again, empty stands, first-class cricket, and then straight away in 50,000 people crowd. Now you get ready. You play the IPL or you're sitting in the dugout. You don't get too many opportunities as and when you get an opportunity. So you're just getting used to playing in front of 50,000 people. So those days are gone. Our boys are professional before they step foot now.
You know, you're speaking about this time, but I want to ask you about, back in the day when both the teams pretty much were equal on paper, on the field. Then it must be a really different dynamic. The atmosphere would be very different in both the dressing rooms.
Well, somewhere in the 90s and I'll tell you, 99 or the 90s, that era, you look at the match winners from both the sides. Wasim Akram, Waqar Yunus, the kind of pressure, Sachin Tendulkar or Saurav Ganguly, you had to face those days 50 over game. Each spell would be 5 overs from them, not lose a wicket, get runs against them. Then you had Shoaib Akhtar coming and bowling at, at 145 kilometers an hour. So it was a different sort of skill set. But the difference is when man to man, you got similar match winners, it's the sides or the players with the calm heads or the mental toughness. That's why we were able to beat them. Because I always felt, they always got a little perturbed, buckled under pressure in front of 35, 40,000 people because they were looking to control the result. Our guys were only looking to go out there and execute their plans. They would just break down that 50-over game, 300 deliveries. If they're batting first, let's just bat well in those 300 deliveries and see where we are.
That's lovely.
Nikhil, I just read a headline in one of the websites. They're calling this match the superstars versus their super fans. How do you react to such a headline right now?
Rika, put
when
it
the
this
match
way.
is just about to.
It's war of the words, and if Shakespeare was alive, there'd be different sort of headlines, and I'm sure you guys do it all the time as well.
No, we don't.
No, that's why I was tempted to ask you what
But
do you
tell me
think of
something.
that? Superstars
But,
versus their super
with
fans.
with our IPL guys, Rika, our boys playing the IPL, aren't they superstars in their own rank now? Because they go out there, showcase skill set, win games. They are superstars because they've worked really hard. Everybody sees them play the IPL 8 years, 10 years, 12 years. But nobody sees the hard work or the family's hardship that any youngster who comes from a humble background takes a couple of hours, bus rides, train rides to get to practice, kit bags, then go back, finish homework, come back. For a sports person, the career is really, really short-lived. So, thanks to the IPL, that their innings, their dreams are coming true, and whatever money they earn, whether they play for 8 years, 10 years, 12 years, it's got to last them, an entire lifetime. So kudos to them. I'm very happy. Our superstars.
Also, these guys that we are seeing as a part of the Pakistan T20 team have come through the PSL, through Pakistan Super League, different stages.
Yeah, without a doubt. But then also, if you then compare the IPL quality competitiveness to vis-a-vis a PSL, because both the tournaments pretty similar. Times they're held. You look at, we've got world-beating stars from all over the world in different franchises, rubbing shoulders with some of our youngsters. And to me, that makes all the difference. Now that Ricky Ponting's coaching some of the IPL sides, or you've got a Josh Hazelwood spending time with some of India's young fast bowlers. You look at Abhishek Sharma for the Hyderabad franchisee. He's rubbing shoulders with some of the world-beating T20 batsmen. Brian Lara spending time with him.
Yeah.
It's the quality that is getting them ready as well.
A little off topic. We'll have to get into, slip into a very short break. But before that, this is off topic. Shivam Dube. He has played 30-odd matches for India till now. We haven't lost a single match in all the matches that he has played.
So lucky mascot, is he?
Lucky mascot. Lucky mascot.
Well, he's a quality all-rounder as well.
All right, we'll slip into a very, very short break. It is India versus Pakistan. Who comes out on top? We'll have to wait and watch. Thanks for watching.
तू ही तो है जिसकी सच्चाई वाली क्लैरिटी की वजह से मैं आज यहाँ हूँ।
गोल्ड प्लस सिल्वॉक्सी मिरर्स, ऐसी क्लैरिटी कि आपको सिर्फ सच नजर आए, चाहे कितने भी साल बीत जाएं।
An unmatched immersive event. FM takes India Inc. questions live.
140 crore Indians will have one or the other thing touching them from 22nd September.
The biggest industry names.
Center versus state is not the point. All of us are together in it, and if states lose, I also lose.
Top policy titles, the headline makers.
What is the optimal way of engagement?
So 100% of this will be passed on to the consumer. We'll be driving the growth of our country.
All on one mega stage. The voices that matter.
हम भी जब विदेश जाते हैं, the best app to use is the NDTV app.
Speak only on NDTV.
This is the Zorawar, India's very own light tank. Built for a very specific requirement to defend our forces and attack when necessary in high altitude areas. Conceived of in the post-Galwan context and in direct response to the emergence of the Chinese Type 15 light tank, the Zorawar is meant to plug holes in India's armoured defences. At the moment, India uses heavy tanks, the T-90 and T-72, way up in the Ladakh heights. These are far too heavy and unwieldy for operations in the rarefied atmosphere. And so, Zorawar was designed and developed in 21 months straight. Weighing in at 25 tons, close to half the weight of the older tanks, the Zorawar can be easily airlifted and is built with the future in mind. Upgradability. Designed to operate with drones, it will also feature an active protection system, a system which intercepts incoming missiles and rockets to protect the tank. But these upgrades will come later. At the moment, the army appears committed to the tank, which is being trialled not just in high altitude areas, but also the desert. The Zorawar weighs 25 tons. It has a
Prime Minister Narendra Modi slammed the Congress over the abuses hurled at him and the AI video of his late mother. The Prime Minister also hit out at Congress over what he says was an insult to the Bharat Ratna awardee, Bhupen Hazarika. PM Modi hits out at the Congress over the issue of infiltrators in Assam, vowing to rid the of infiltrators and claiming that the Congress has been hand in glove with anti-national forces. Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Hindi Divas reiterated that Hindi isn't a rival of other Indian languages. He made an appeal to the public to respect all languages. DMK ministers take on actor Vijay. DMK says that Vijay is a temporary politician and that Vijay is no match for MGR. And a high-stakes battle between India and Pakistan at the Asia Cup 2025. Pakistan wins the toss. They will be batting first. Hello and welcome. You're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Assam Ashab. The Lashkar-e-Toiba, one of South Asia's most lethal outfits, it is quietly orchestrating the reconstruction of its demolished headquarters, that is the Markaz Taiba in Muridke of Pakistan, following its destruction by the Indian Air Forces on the 7th of May 2025 during Operation Sindoor. Now, the details mentioned in a dossier prepared by India's intelligence agencies have been exclusively accessed by NDTV, and what was once hailed as the crown jewel of Lashkar-e-Toiba's training and command network, it now lies in ruins, yet plans are already underway to restore it to full operational strength.
Well, if this information is correct and it is true, then India needs to take it up with the FATF. It needs to take it up with the Financial Action Task Force, that if money which is provided by the International Monetary Fund is being used to construct or reconstruct the headquarters of a UN designated terror organization, the Lashkar-e-Taiba, then this is an extremely serious matter, and Government of India should take it up on priority with the Financial Action Task Force.
देखिए, अभी कोई आधिकारिक तौर पे हमें ये नहीं पता चला है जिसकी मैं पुष्टि करूं कि जो रिकंस्ट्रक्शन लश्कर-ए-तैयबा के कैंप का हो रहा है, लेकिन फिर भी अगर ये सत्य है, पाकिस्तान एक टेररिस्ट स्टेट है और वो एक टेररिस्ट फैक्ट्री भी हम उसे मानते हैं। दुनिया के सामने कटोरा लेके भीख मांग के दोबारा से ऐसी गतिविधियों को पुनर्शुरू करने के लिए एक प्रयास जो पाकिस्तान कर रहा है, भारत ने भी हमेशा मुंहतोड़ जवाब दिया।
पाकिस्तान ऑक्यूपाइड कश्मीर जो भारत का हिस्सा है, वो आतंकवाद की फैक्ट्री है, वो आतंकवाद की लेबोरेटरी है। जब तक आप अपना पाकिस्तान ऑक्यूपाइड कश्मीर वापस नहीं लेंगे, आतंकवाद पनपता रहेगा। फौज ने, इंडियन एयरफोर्स ने आपको मौका दिया कि आप पाकिस्तान ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर वापस लें। आप ले सकते थे, मगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी की केंद्र सरकार डर गई, ट्रंप के दबाव में आ गई और इन्होंने भारत की सेना की भी नाक कटवा दी। इन्होंने यू टर्न ले लिया। अब तो आपने जब दे दिया पाकिस्तान ऑक्युपाइड कश्मीर, तो वहाँ तो यही चलेगा। वहाँ और क्या चलना है? वहाँ कोई मंदिर में कोई ना बनने है, वहाँ पे कोई पूजा पाठ कोई ना होना है, वहाँ पे यही होना है।
Well, after the deadly attack in Pahalgam, where 26 people lost their lives, India started Operation Sindoor. They attacked places like Muridke and Bahawalpur, among others. The entire area, the entire structure was in ruins. Yet now, what we are learning at this point of time is that there are plans that are already underway to restore it to full operational strength. What exactly are we talking about? Well, we had exclusive details that were accessed by the NDTV pertaining to the Muridke headquarters, which was being rebuilt by the Lashkar-e-Toiba and Pakistani administrations. And it has evoked a lot of political reactions. But let's try and get a sense of what exactly is happening in Muridke, especially Muridke. 4 crore Pakistani rupees have been given by Pakistan government for the reconstruction of this particular institution, this structure that was demolished by the Indian Armed Forces. Lashkar-e-Toiba, it had been gathering these funds under the guise of flood relief. Remember, Pakistan has been battling with the deadly floods as well. And Lashkar-e-Toiba, they had then put their people in place to gather the funds and now use it for the reconstruction of these terror hubs. There are plans to unveil the rebuilt markers by February of 2026. The Pakistan Lashkar-e-Toiba especially, they want to also put it out in front of the world and send a message that of what they are doing. And this is also for the entire world to see what Pakistan does and how it supports the terror outfits, especially the Lashkar-e-Toiba. The rebuilt structure, it is likely to be inaugurated on the Kashmir Solidarity Day, is what we are learning at this point of time. So these are the exclusive details that, as I mentioned, we have accessed, and there have been a lot of political reactions also now coming in. Do take a look at that. All right, another breaking news coming in at this point of time. It is the showdown in Karnataka over the Karnataka Chief Minister, Siddaramaia's remark. He said that why would anyone convert if Hinduism was equal? This statement has sparked an outrage among the people of Karnataka. The Chief Minister also goes on to say that the people's right to convert, it is the people's right to convert their religion. He in fact said this, and the BJP has now taken this opportunity to hit out over the Chief Minister's Hinduism remark. The BJP says, in fact, asks the Chief Minister, does the CM have courage to question equality in Assam just like he does with Hinduism?
ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಕೆಲವರು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆಯ ಪರಿಣಾಮವಾಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಿಂದೂ ಸಮಾಜದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಸಮಾನತೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ? ಸಮಾನ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಪರ್ಚುನಿಟೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ, ಸಮಾನತೆ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಅಸ್ಪೃಶ್ಯತೆ ಯಾಕೆ ಬಂತು? ನಾವು ಊಟ ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಾ?
ಮುಸ್ಲಿಂ ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾರೆ, ಅಸಮಾನತೆ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇದೆ.
ಯಾರ ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಲಪ್ಪ,
ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕಡೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ.
ಮುಸಲ್ಮಾನ್ ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲರೂ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಕ್ರಿಶ್ಚಿಯನ್ ಧರ್ಮದಲ್ಲರೂ ಇರ್ಲಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಅಥವಾ BJP ಅವರು ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಕನ್ವರ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. It is their right, alwa, conversion agadu avaru.
All right, my colleague Deepak Bopanna also joins us to get us more on this story. Deepak, this statement by the Chief Minister of Karnataka, it has raised a lot of eyebrows. The BJP, it is in fact questioning and attacking the Chief Minister and the Congress there. Take us through the details.
Okay, thank you.
Well, this reaction was something that would definitely draw the ire of the opposition, and that's exactly what it has done. Right now, our leader of opposition, R. Ashok, saying that Mr. Siddaramaiah once again indulging in politics against, the Hindu religion, saying that there are inequalities in Islam as well, Christian or any religion. And here even they are talking about various aspects of each and every religion and saying that this is an attempt by Mr. Siddaramaiah to unnecessarily rake up an issue and hurt, sentiments of Hindus is the overall charge of the BJP. Mr. Siddaramaiah, of course, was responding to a question about the caste census and the options that are given in the census that's going to begin on the 22nd of September. Politically, as the BJP now has, gone out on an all-out attack against the Chief Minister, we'll have to see how his cabinet colleagues come to his rescue, or whether they will, have a similar stand like him, or whether they will try to clarify and justify the statement that he has made.
All right, Deepak Bopanna there. Thank you very much for getting us all those details. Another breaking news now coming in. The TVK chief, Vijay, has taken a veiled attack on the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, M.K. Stalin. The TVK chief, actor Vijay, says that some have a secret pact with the BJP. He's referring to the DMK there. He goes on to say that the Tamil Nadu people of Tamil Nadu, they are aware of the politics of loot that has been conducted by the DMK over their tenure. Stalin's Mantris, they in the meanwhile take on actor Vijay, one of the ministers from the Tamil Nadu government. He says, where did Vijay hide his money? And that Vijay is no match to MGR's greatness.
இப்போ நேற்றிலிருந்து நீங்கள் பார்த்துருப்பீங்க விமான நிலையத்திலிருந்து வந்ததுலேருந்து நம்முடைய சென்ட்ரல் மீடியம் எல்லாமே அந்த பசங்க வந்த பசங்களாக இருந்தாலும் ஏன் நம்ம அனைத்தோடைய வரிப்பணத்தில் தான் ஒரு நாடு ஒரு நகரம் வந்து கட்டமைக்கப்படுகிறது. அது ஒட்டுமொத்தமாக அதெல்லாம் செதைச்சிட்டு போகிற மாதிரி எல்லாமே வந்து நேற்று போகும்போது வைத்தறிச்சிடாது. எங்களுடைய சையத் முர்துஷா பள்ளியை சார்ந்திருக்கிற மேல் கூரையால் நின்று உடஞ்சி அந்த பிள்ளைங்களுக்கான டாய்லெட்டை எங்கள் வீணடிச்சிட்டு போயிட்டு. ஸோ அது அதான் சொல்லணேன், இது வந்து ஒரு பிரச்சாரம் அப்படிங்கும்போது இவ்வளோ இளைஞர்கள் வந்தாங்களே, எல்லாத்தையும் கூப்பிட்டு பேசினார். வெரி ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டைம் எல்லா தமிழ்நாட்டிலேருந்து நான் கோயம்புத்தூர் சொன்னாங்க, கோயம்புத்தூர்லேருந்து வண்டி வந்திருக்கு, கேரளாலேருந்து வண்டி வந்திருக்கு, எல்லாம் ஏன்னா ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஆரம்பிக்கிறனால எல்லாருமே ஒன்று சேர்ந்து அவருக்கு வாழ்த்து தெரிவித்து கூட அவர் ஆரம்பிச்சிருக்கலாம். ஸோ இவ்வளோ இங்கே யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் நான் கேதர் பண்ணிட்டேன். அப்போ இந்த யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்கு நாட்டு நடப்பு, நீங்கள் வந்து அரசியல் எதிரிகளை பற்றி பேசுங்க, அதே நேரத்தில் உங்களுடைய கொள்கை எதிரிகள் அப்படின்னு நீங்கள் சொல்கிறீங்களா, அந்த கொள்கை எதிரிகள் பார்த்து நீங்கள் பேசும்போது அப்பா இவ்வளோ பேர் இருக்கிறாங்க, நான் எல்லா பிள்ளைங்க மனசுலாம் இடம் பிடிச்சிட்டேன் அப்படின்னு நான் பெருமையாக சொல்லலாம். அந்த பிள்ளைங்களுக்கான படிப்புக்கான பணத்தை அவங்க விடுவிக்காமல் இருக்கிறாங்களா, அந்த ஏங்க இந்த பணத்தை விடுவிக்கல, என் பிள்ளைங்களுக்கெல்லாம் வந்து என் ரசிகர்கள் தான் இந்த பிள்ளைங்களாமே, அந்த பிள்ளைங்க படிப்பதற்கான பணத்தை விடுவிச்சாதான் என்ன அந்த ஒன்றிய அரசு என்று அவங்களை கேட்டுருந்தான். எஸ்ஐஆரை பற்றி அவர் பேசினார். இப்படி நாட்டு நடப்பு சார்ந்து பல விஷயங்கள் இருக்குது. இவ்வளோ யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் நான் கேதர் பண்ணிட்டேன், இப்போ நான் இந்த யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ்க்கு நான் ஒரு விழிப்புணர்வு கொடுக்க போகிறேன்னு சொன்னால் அது நல்லா இருக்குமே தவிர ரொம்ப நேரோ மைண்டடாக அவர் பேசிட்டு போயிட்டாரோ அப்படிங்கிற ஒரு எண்ணம் தான் எனக்கு தோணுது.
சில பேர் இந்த அரசியலுக்காக ஏதோ பேசிக்கொண்டு சுற்றி கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். அவர்களெல்லாம் தலைவர் என்று தாங்களே நினைத்து கொண்டிருக்கிறார்கள். மக்கள் அவர்களெல்லாம் ஒருபோதும் தலைவராக என்றைக்கும் அவர்களெல்லாம் ஆதரிக்க மாட்டார்கள். கூட்டம் சேர்வதெல்லாம் வெற்றி பெறுவதற்காக அல்ல. அவருடைய கூட்டத்தை பற்றி நீங்களே நேற்று பார்த்திருப்பீர்கள். இதுக்கு மேலே அந்த கூட்டத்தை பற்றி நாங்கள் ஒன்றும் சொல்கிறதுக்கு இல்லை. கொள்கை இல்லாத கூட்டம். மக்களிடத்தில் அவர் வந்து இது வரைக்கும் என்ன மக்களை சந்திச்சிருக்காருன்னு யாராவது தெரியுமா உங்களுக்கு? இது வரைக்கும் யாராவது மக்களை சந்திச்சிருக்காரு? அவர் எப்போ போனாலும் கூட ஒரு 500 பேர் 1000 பேர் அதே கூட்டம் தான், எந்த ஊருக்கு போனாலும் அதே கூட்டம் தான். அதை காட்டி இந்த மாதிரி மீடியாக்களுடைய ஆதரவோடு அவர் இப்போது ஒரு சனிக்கிழமை நாடகத்தை நடத்தி கொண்டிருக்கிறார். அது ரொம்ப நாளைக்கு நீடிக்காது.
All right, my colleague Vijay now joins us on the phone line to get us more on this. Vijay, elaborate on, give us some context on this statement made by the TVK chief, especially when he says that some people have a secret pact with the BJP, is of course referring to the DMK there.
Yes, we know that yesterday TVK chief actor Vijay held a massive rally in Trichy. We can able to see huge crowd in Trichy where they rushed to see Vijay and raised slogans in the road. There was a huge crowd. Even when this was happening, DMK President and Chief Minister M.K. Stalin writes a letter to party cadres in that he took veiled attack on TVK, saying that DMK is not a movement which gathers without principles, shouting slogans and disturbing the public. So he also mentioned that no new rival or old rival can touch the DMK fortress. CM had mentioned this. Now, TVK chief Vijay comes down heavily against Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, giving counters to those statements from Chief Minister. Vijay says, those who once criticized me saying I wouldn't step out or meet people, now started lamenting. Their sobbing was reflected in Mupperam Villa letter. He also said that DMK, while maintaining close relationship with the BJP on the inside, but speaking about principle on the outside, Vijay made such criticism against DMK and Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, whereas various DMK leaders, senior ministers also comes down heavily against Vijay, saying that Vijay doesn't have ideology or that crowd is without a basic principle.
All right. Vijay, stay with us because another big story that we are tracking is the war of words between Kanimoi and Anurag Thakur. The DMK has targeted BJP MP Anurag Thakur over his remark where he said that Hanuman was the first to traverse space. In fact, the DMK MP Kanimoi, she said that some people think that Lord Hanuman was the first on moon, and she also goes on to say that such leaders are only present in North. Listen in to what she had to say first.
நிலவுக்கு யார் முதல்ல போனதுன்னு கேட்டா குழந்தை கரெக்டா பதில் சொல்லும். என்ன பதில் சொல்லுவாங்க? கரெக்ட், ஆம்ஸ்ட்ராங். ஆனா வடக்கில இருக்கக்கூடிய சில பேரை கேட்டீங்கன்னா எனக்கு ஒரே ஒரு மகிழ்ச்சி, நல்ல வேளை அவங்களுக்கு நம்ம நிலால ஒரு பாட்டி இருக்குன்னு ஒரு கதை சொல்லி வளர்ப்போம் குழந்தைங்களுக்குலாம் இல்லையா? அந்த கதையை அவங்களுக்கு யாரும் சொல்லல. இல்லைன்னா முதல்ல போய் இறங்கினது நிலால இருக்க அந்த பாட்டி, அது திரும்பி வரவே இல்லை, அங்க இருக்கு பாருன்னு இருப்பாங்க. இப்ப ஹனுமன் தான் முதலிலே நிலாவுக்கு போனவர் என்று கதை சொல்லி கொண்டிருக்க கூடியவர்கள் இந்த தமிழ்நாட்டிலே தலைவர்களாக இல்லை.
All right, let me go back to my colleague Vijay to give more context on the statement that has been made by Anurag Thakur earlier and what Kanimoi had to say about that statement. Vijay, give us the context and break it down for us. Kanimoi's attack on Anurag Thakur, it also comes from a place where there have been talks about the national education policy, the language war. So contextualize that for us.
Yes, this statement from Kanimoi comes in the context with BJP leader Anurag Thakur, who recently said in an event in Himachal Pradesh that Lord Hanuman might have been the first space traveler and asked students to value the country's old tradition and knowledge. Even then, Kanimoi reacted to that in a Twitter post where she said that this such statements from BJP leader disappoints her. So in an event yesterday, once again she had said the same thing where she said that if we asked some children here in the event who went to moon first, they would answer Neil Armstrong. But in North India, the leaders are saying that Hanuman might be the first space traveler, but we don't have such leaders in Tamil Nadu, like that she has said that. She also mentioned that Tamil has a tradition of questioning, that there is religion belief in Tamil Nadu, but Tamil Nadu has always a voice which always questions whatever it could be. So we know that DMK has a tradition of questioning everything. They are the followers of Periyar and Annadurai with rationalized thoughts. So their basic ideology and principle always questioning something. So they believe, the DMK has a strong belief on science and such things and Tamil tradition. So this comes from Kanimoi in that context.
All right, Vijay Gopal Muralidharan there. Thank you very much for getting us all those details. Time for a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.
Hello, Moto. Do the Moto Moto.
गोल्ड क्लास ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ।
हेलो बोलिए मैडम, डब्बा टेडिंग कब से चल रहा है पता है मैडम आपको? हम और आप तो जन्म भी नहीं हुआ था हमारा।
We investigated a shady advisory firm that has spent big bucks on advertising on the front pages of national dailies.
ये आपको बिल्कुल उसका ऐसे हल्का सा भी खौफ नहीं है।
मैडम एक बात, खौफ किस लिए रखना चाहिए तो बताओ, कौन सा गलत काम कर रहा हूँ मैं?
After our report, we also saw NSE came out with a cautionary circular to the investors. Market Regulator Securities and Exchange Board of India has also come out with a release talking about the actions that it has taken. Cyber complaint has also been filed against the entities involved in this entire Dabba trading scam.
ब्रेकिंग न्यूज का जमाना है, सबको तिल का ताड़ और राई का पहाड़ बनाना है। ऐसे में जनता के जूते के अंदर फंसा कंकड़ कौन देखे? बड़े बड़े मुद्दों के शोर में जमीन से जुड़े मुद्दे अक्सर खो जाते हैं। लेकिन देश तरक्की तब करता है जब जनता के माथे की शिकन हमारी हेडलाइंस बनती है। मैं सैयद सुहेल भारत को जीता हूं, भारत की बात बताता हूं। NDTV इंडिया पर।
Rajasthan is history, culture and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years. Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years, covering the corridors of power, what is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux from conflict to India's crowning glory. I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
Across the country, he has tracked the pulse of power from Washington to Korea. Witnessed history being made in global capitals and conflict zones. Brought clarity to complex issues of national security and international affairs. And now, Aditya Rajkol begins a new chapter at NDTV.
Actually, I'm taking off because the stories I cover don't sit still. To bring the world to India and to take India to the world, I need to be where action is.
Aditya Rajkol, covering international affairs like
Welcome back. In a scathing attack on the opposition Congress, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, he said that the people are his masters and remote control, and it is before them that he expresses his pain. Amid a massive row over the verbal abuses targeting him and his late mother, the Prime Minister said he is a devotee of Lord Shiva and will swallow the poison of abuses. The Prime Minister has been targeting the Congress over the verbal abuses made from an RJD Congress stage during a recent political campaign in poll-bound Bihar. The opposition party, it has stressed that none of his leaders were on the stage when the remarks were made. Thereafter, a row erupted over Congress creating an AI-generated video featuring the Prime Minister's late mother. The PM also raised the issue of infiltration, vowing that he will not allow infiltrators to change the demography of the state. He slammed the Congress, saying that the party backs infiltrators.
जिस दिन भारत सरकार ने इस देश के महान सपूत असम के गौरव भूपेंद्र हजारिका जी को भारत रत्न दिया, उस दिन कांग्रेस पार्टी के अध्यक्ष ने बयान दिया था। कांग्रेस पार्टी के अध्यक्ष ने कहा था कि ये मोदी नाचने गाने वालों को भारत रत्न दे रहा है। मैं आमतौर पर मुझे कितने ही गालियां दे, मैं तो भगवान शिव का भक्त हूं, सारा जहर निगल देता। लेकिन बेशर्मी के साथ जब किसी और का अपमान होता है तो मुझसे रहा नहीं जाता है। बीजेपी एनडीए सरकार बनने के बाद अब उन स्थितियों को बदला जा रहा है। यहां के अवैध कब्जों को हटाया जा रहा है। हेमंता जी के नेतृत्व में असम में लाखों बीघा जमीन घुसपैठियों से मुक्त की जा चुकी है। घुसपैठियों के माध्यम से बॉर्डर के इलाकों में डेमोग्राफी बदलने की साजिशें चल रही है। ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा के लिए बहुत बड़ा खतरा है। इसलिए अब देश में एक डेमोग्राफी मिशन शुरू किया जा रहा है। साथियों, भाजपा की सरकार घुसपैठियों को देश के साधनों संसाधनों पर कब्जा नहीं करने।
Narendra Modi's 2 days visit to 3 states in Northeast that started with Mizoram yesterday, and then the all-important visit to Manipur, and later in the evening he came to Guwahati where he attended the special tribute for the birth centenary of Assam's biggest cultural icon, Dr. Bhupen Hazarika. And today Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to unveil projects worth 19,000 crores in Assam. The first event is here at Mongoldo. You can see here, despite heavy rain since morning and very inclement weather conditions, hundreds and thousands of people have gathered here in Mongoldo, where the Prime Minister is going to lay the foundation stone of the Darang Medical College. Remember,
All right, breaking news now coming in. A mob clashed with security forces in Manipur's Churachandpur district on Sunday, protesting the arrest of 2 youths for allegedly vandalizing the banners and cutouts that were put up in connection with the visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This is what the police has said. On the night of September 11, several banners and cutouts put up at Piersonmun and Pelian Bazaar, they were vandalized. In connection with that incident, several youths, they were picked up by the police. While all of them were released after questioning 2 youths, they were arrested and demanding their immediate release. A mob then started a demonstration near the Churachandpur police station. The situation then subsequently escalated and they hurled at the security forces. The police said they were trying to bring the situation under control. The Prime Minister's visit, Prime Minister Modi visited the state on Saturday for the first time after ethnic clashes broke out between Kukis and Meiteis in 2023. My colleague Ratndeep gets us more details.
After Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited Churachandpur in Manipur, today there was tension in the area where a group of youths, particularly Gen Zs, had gheraud the police station there. They were demanding the release of 2 youths who were arrested on September 12th night, a day before the Prime Minister's visit, accused of vandalism of the decorations that were made for the Prime Minister's visit. Now, as they gheraud and protested, there was clashes between security forces and group of youths. There were stone peltings and police had to use force to control the situation, which remained tense for a long time. In fact, this group of youths were demanding unconditional release of the 2 detained youths, and therefore they had gheraud the police station, and finally what we have been told that these 2 youths have been released. Now remember, the Prime Minister had visited Churachandpur on September 13. Apart from Imphal in Manipur, his first visit after the 2023 ethnic violence, where in Churachandpur he met the victims of the violence, apart from addressing a public rally, and there was a massive security arrangement made, but the vandalism was something that was taken note of, and now this again, this flare up is something that the security establishment is taking a strong note about, even as police sources tell us that the situation has been kept under control.
And finally, we leave you with these visuals that are making the rounds on the internet, and it has gone viral now. A behind-the-scenes video of NDTV's very own Sam Daniel reporting from Vijay's Aruyalur Yatra. It has gone viral with fans dancing around him to TVK party anthem. Take a look.
நான் தம் அடிக்கிற ஸ்டைல பார்த்து கனல சும்மி விரும்புச்சு நான் ரம் அடிக்கிற ஸ்டைல பார்த்து ராக்கம்மா விரும்புச்சு நான் கண்ணடிக்கிற ஸ்டைல பார்த்து கவிதகுல விரும்புச்சு நான் சிரிச்சு பேச ஸ்டைல பார்த்து சின்ன பொண்ணு விரும்புச்சு போட்டு நான் யாரையும் விரும்பல எனக்கு யாரையும் பிடிக்கல நான் யாரையும் விரும்பல எனக்கு யாரையும் பிடிக்கல நான் தம் அடிக்கிற நான் தம் அடிக்கிற ஸ்டைல பார்த்து கனல சும்மி விரும்புச்சு நான் ரம் அடிக்கிற ஸ்டைல பார்த்து ராக்கம்மா விரும்புச்சு
Moto G96 5G. All eyes on you.
Pulling us into this country.
They argue, I conclude. They deflect, I drill down. Stop. This isn't a free-for-all. It's a reckoning. No filler, no fog. Only the facts and where they lead. Every night at 9, the case closes because the buck stops here.
We see the problems, but you as a social entrepreneur see the solutions. You are not just creating solution, you are creating a future where everyone has a chance to thrive. For the change makers, the innovators, the ones building a better world. One solution at a time. The Adani Green Talk Social Impact Awards are created for you. Green Talk Social Impact Awards 2025. Coming soon.
We're the only country with such a large population of youth and yuva.
Pure talent और कुछ नहीं है.
बुलाने वाला फ्यूचर काफी अच्छा है स्पोर्ट्स का.
Luck, patience and a lot of tolerance.
Life can change overnight.
जीवन में मैंने कोशिश की है सदैव चुनौती को अपनाने.
We need to work towards an egalitarian society regardless of gender and orientation.
The best app to use is the NDTV app.
दुनिया भर में जब भी भारतीय मीडिया की चर्चा होती है तो एनडीटीवी सबसे ऐसा कहा जा रहा है कि इस दफा हिंदुस्तान में दीपावली दो बार मनाई जाएगी. एक बार 22 सितंबर को जब जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स का कार्यान्वयन होगा और दूसरी दफा जब असल दिवाली होगी. ये कैसे सुनिश्चित किया जाएगा कि सरकार ने जो जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स किए हैं, जीएसटी में जो कर कम किया है, उसका फायदा उपभोक्ता को मिले और इसका आखिरकार भारत की विकास दर पर और अर्थव्यवस्था पर क्या असर पड़ेगा. इस पर बात करने के लिए हमारे साथ देश के वाणिज्य एवं उद्योग मंत्री हैं. जोरदार तालियों की गड़गड़ाहट के साथ पीयूष गोयल जी का एनडीटीवी के इस जीएसटी कॉन्क्लेव में स्वागत कीजिए. पीयूष जी, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है आपका. आप ये बताइए कि सरकार की नज़र से जो जीएसटी रिफॉर्म्स आपने किए हैं उसका देश में इस वक्त जो अर्थव्यवस्था है उसकी विकास दर पर क्या असर पड़ने वाला है आने वाले महीनों में. पीयूष जी.
मैं समझता हूँ माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने जिस प्रकार से बहुत सोची समझी रणनीति के तहत देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को गत 11 वर्षों में मजबूत किया, लगातार आगे बढ़ाया और एक ऐसे पायदान पे लाके खड़ा किया, ऐसी नींव रखी अर्थव्यवस्था की कि 3 तारीख को जब जीएसटी काउंसिल मिली तो मेरा मानना है कि भारत के आज़ादी के बाद अगर सबसे महत्वपूर्ण और निर्णायक कदम भारत की अर्थव्यवस्था को नई ऊंचाइयों पर लेके जाने के लिए कोई हुआ हो तो वो 3 सितंबर के व्यापक रूप से जीएसटी के रिफॉर्म, रेट में कटौती, पूरा जो प्रोसेस है, सिस्टम्स हैं, उसको सरल करना, जहाँ जहाँ पे रेट्स को रैशनलाइज करने की ज़रूरत है, यानी पूरी सप्लाई चेन, वैल्यू चेन को और व्यवस्थित बनाना, एक प्रकार से भारत के लिए और भारत के उपभोक्ताओं को नई ऊर्जा के साथ अपने रोज़मर्रा की ज़रूरतें खरीदने के लिए, नए उत्साह के साथ डिमांड जनरेट करने के लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण कदम रहा है। इससे स्वाभाविक तौर पे महंगाई की दरें भी कम रहेंगी। महंगाई कम रहती है तो ब्याज की दरें कम रहती हैं, और महंगाई और ब्याज जब कम होता है तो लोगों की जेब में पैसा ज़्यादा होता है, डिस्पोजेबल इनकम, परचेजिंग पावर बढ़ती है। और आपने 2 दिवाली की बात की, आप तीसरी दिवाली तो भूल ही गए। 12 लाख रुपए तक जो टैक्स की छूट दी बजट में, और जो सैलरी अर्नर्स हैं उनको तो 12,75,000 रुपए तक अब कोई टैक्स नहीं है। तो प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने, जिन्होंने एक बड़ी कमज़ोर अर्थव्यवस्था 2014 में विरासत में पाई थी, फ्रेजाइल 5 इकोनॉमी, कैसे हर वर्ष सिस्टमैटिकली उन्होंने उसको मजबूत बनाया, विश्व की टॉप 5 इकोनॉमी बनाया। आज हमारा बैंकिंग सिस्टम मजबूत है, हमारे फॉरेन एक्सचेंज रिजर्व्स ऑल टाइम हाई पे हैं और इतने सब्सटेंशियल हैं कि कोई भी शॉक एब्जॉर्ब कर सके। आज हमारी विकास की दर दुनिया में सबसे तेज गति से बढ़ने वाली है, 7.8%। हमारी महंगाई की दर 1.55%, शायद ऐसे लो पे है जो 4-5 साल में कभी नहीं देखा। और वैसे देखो तो हमारे पूरे 11 वर्ष एवरेज महंगाई देखे तो इट हैज़ बीन द लोएस्ट डेकेड ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन इन द लास्ट 75 ईयर्स। तो एक प्रकार से जब मजबूत अर्थव्यवस्था बनती है तभी वो क्षमता आती है कि इतना बड़ा धमाका, इतनी बड़ी रेट कटौती करके उपभोक्ताओं को आगे आने वाले दिनों में देश की अर्थव्यवस्था को और आगे तेजी से बढ़ाने के लिए हमने
कई सारे अर्थशास्त्रियों से, उद्योगपतियों से बातचीत हो रही थी। उनको काफ़ी आश्चर्य हुआ किस रफ्तार के साथ जीएसटी काउंसिल में कंसेंसस बन गया। आपको लगता है कि जब आपदा आती है तभी जो देश में पॉलिटिशियंस हैं, नेता हैं, क्योंकि इसमें विपक्षी पार्टियों के वित्त मंत्री भी थे, बीजेपी शासित सरकारों के भी वित्त मंत्री थे, जब कोई आफत बाहर आती है तभी सब लोग मिल के कहते हैं कि फटाफट रिफॉर्म किया जाए, कुछ बड़ा किया जाए?
नहीं, मैं नहीं मानता हूँ ऐसी कोई स्थिति है। देश के सामने ना तो कोई आपदा है और ना कोई ऐसा सेंस ऑफ डिस्पोंडेंसी है या कोई कंसर्न है जिसके कारण कोई रश थ्रू किया जाए। आखिर आप सोचिए, इतना व्यापक रिफॉर्म ओवरनाइट तो नहीं हो सकता है, महीनों महीनों की कश्मकश और मेहनत होगी। मैं मानता हूँ कि आनंद नागेश्वरन जी भी कई रात सोए नहीं होंगे इसकी तैयारियों में, इसकी कैलकुलेशंस में, इसका क्या प्रभाव होगा, क्या उसको कैलकुलेट करके ध्यान में रखना कि अर्थव्यवस्था को कोई तकलीफ नहीं हो, स्टेट्स के रेवेन्यूज़ भी ठीक रहें, डिमांड